and realize that like the start of the season isn't the biggest deal. It's how we finish and how we get better. And really proud of just the resiliency of the group. Christy like turns on loud music because I can't remember where we were going, but we knew the arena was going to be loud. And so she turns on this like loud music.
Lexie Hull just broke the internet with her insane transformation. From struggling rookie to fan favorite, she's got everyone talking. You won't believe what happened when she stepped onto the court last week. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Fans were losing their minds, chanting her name, and the energy was off the charts. But here's the thing, it wasn't always like this. Let's dive into the crazy story of how Hull became the talk of the town. Picture this. Lexie Hull sitting on the bench, barely getting any playing time. She's watching the game, hoping for a chance to prove herself. But now, it's like someone flipped a switch. Fans are going absolutely wild every time she touches the ball. It's a complete 180.
Oh, look, you've been on the Fever for 3 years now, but this year, you go from a rebuilding team to now you guys are selling out arenas. You're a fan favorite. You're being recognized on the street. Like, what?
And you've got to wonder how it happened. Let's rewind to last season. Hull's struggling big time, can't seem to find her groove on the court. She's averaging, maybe 3 points a game? It's rough, and you can see the frustration on her face every time she steps onto the hardwood. She's trying, but nothing's clicking. Then boom, Caitlin Clark joins the team, and suddenly everything changes. It's like Hull's playing a whole different game. She's got space to work with now, and man, is she using it. Those threes she used to hesitate on, she's draining them like it's nothing.
Half of the season, all of our shots, threes going up, fans are out of their seats and expecting it to go in. So that just feels so good to feel the confidence from them.
It's insane to watch the transformation. But you know what's even crazier? Hull's not just scoring more. She's playing with this intensity that's electrifying the whole arena. She's diving for loose balls, hustling back on defense, grabbing rebounds like her life depends on it. It's like she's determined to make up for lost time, and the fans are loving every second of it. Speaking of fans, they're starting to take notice big time. They're chanting her name, holding up signs, the whole 9 yards. It's wild to think that just a few months ago, most of them probably couldn't even pick her out of a lineup. Now, she's becoming a fan favorite right before our eyes. Here's the really crazy part. Hull's confidence is through the roof. You can see it in the way she carries herself on the court. She's not second guessing anymore.
And realize that like the start of the season isn't the biggest deal. It's how we finish and how we get better. And really proud of just the resiliency of the group.
She's taking shots she wouldn't have dreamed of before, driving to the basket with authority. It's like she finally believes she belongs out there, and that belief is changing everything. So what's the secret behind Indiana Fever's sudden turnaround? Sure, Caitlin Clark's a huge part of it. She's a game changer, no doubt, but it's not just her. It's players like Hull stepping up in a major way. They're feeding off each other's energy, pushing each other to be better. It's creating this perfect storm of talent and determination that's making the Fever a force to be reckoned with.
We had the #1 pick, and once Caitlin declared, that kind of changed things, I think, for the city a little bit. People were just so excited to come support the Fever. We felt that.
But hold up, we're just getting started with this story. You think Hull's transformation on the court is wild? Wait till you hear what went down at practice. It's the kind of thing that could have torn the team apart, but instead, it brought them even closer together. Trust me, you're not gonna believe what happened next. Remember when I said Hull was becoming a fan favorite? That's only half the story. The real game changer? It's happening behind closed doors, where Clark's shaking things up in ways you'd never expect. We're talking practice sessions that are more intense than playoff games. And get this, it all started with Clark doing something that would get most rookies benched. So Caitlin Clark joins the team, and everyone's thinking she's gonna hog the ball, right? Take all the shots, be the star of the show, but man, were they wrong. Clark's not just putting up points, she's dishing out assists like it's going out of style. And guess who's on the receiving end of those sweet passes? You got it, Lexie Hull. Hull's loving it too. She's out there finding open spots on the court, and Clark's making it look easy. Hull even said, "Part of my job is to find those open areas, and it's a lot easier when you have someone like Caitlin who can draw so much attention."
Yeah, I mean, I think like part of my role is just getting to the open spots, and we have such a good offense that people find the open person.
It's like Clark's got this magical ability to create space, and Hull's taking full advantage. But hold up, it's not all smooth sailing. Remember that practice story I mentioned? Well, buckle up, cause it's a doozy. Picture this. Coach Christie's got the music blasting during practice.
Christy like turns on loud music because I can't remember where we were going, but we knew the arena was going to be loud. And so she turns on this like loud music.
Trying to pump everyone up. But Clark, she's not having it. She straight up yells to turn it off. Everyone's standing there, jaws on the floor, thinking, did she really just do that?
And Caitlin screams, she's like, "Can someone turn it off? It's giving me a migraine." And everyone's like,
You'd think the coach would be fuming, right? Ready to bench Clark for the rest of the season? Nope. It's like Clark's confidence is some kind of superpower. Instead of tearing the team apart, it's bringing them together. The whole energy of the team shifts. Suddenly, everyone's playing with this newfound intensity. Hull starts strutting around the court with this whole new swagger. She's not just waiting for Clark to set her up anymore. She's out there creating her own shots, taking risks, playing like she's got nothing to lose. And you know what? It's working. Clark's not just changing the game on the court, she's changing the whole vibe of the team.
We've seen just such a growth year after year. So, I mean, it's been so fun. The fans in Indiana have been amazing. So just excited to keep playing there.
Hull says Clark's always there with a "you got the next one" when someone misses a shot. It's like she's injecting confidence into everyone around her. So how did Caitlin Clark's arrival change everything for the Fever? It's not just her insane skills or her highlight reel plays, it's her attitude. She's transforming this team from the inside out. Hull even said her competitiveness in practice and in games has really set a new standard.
If her team's not winning in a scrimmage or a drill, like she's competitive and she's gonna do everything she can to win.
It's like Clark walked in and cranked the intensity up to 11, and everyone else is just trying to keep up. But wait, there's more to this story. The fans, they're starting to notice. They're seeing this new energy, this fire in the team's eyes. And let me tell you, things are about to get wild. The Fever aren't just playing basketball anymore. They're putting on a show. And with Hull and Clark leading the charge, you better believe people are going to be talking about this for a long time to come.
So like you kind of forget that there's these people behind the scenes until they come out of the woodwork and say like, "I've been following along this whole time."
Listen up, because what's happening with the Fever isn't just about wins and losses. Hull and Clark are changing the game, literally. They're making people sit up and take notice of the WNBA in a whole new way. It's not just basketball anymore, it's must-see TV. Next time you're scrolling through your feed, don't be surprised if you see Hull and Clark breaking the internet again. These two aren't just playing well, they're rewriting the playbook on what it means to be a star in the WNBA. They're bringing the kind of excitement that makes people want to tune in, game after game. So here's the real question. Are you ready to witness history in the making? Because that's exactly what's happening on the court right now. The Fever aren't just playing, they're putting on a show that's changing the face of women's basketball. And trust me, you don't want to miss a single second of it.